It's being called one of the most important cases in our justice system right now, and it will be the very first to ask whether groups can define women to include men, even in the detriment of issues like safety. 6 Kappa Kappa Gamma sorority members at the University of Wyoming sued their chapter, and now it is before the federal appeals court. They claim admitting transgender student Artemis Langford violated bylaws. And they accuse Langford of inappropriate behavior at their sorority house. We'll get into that. A lower court judge tossed their lawsuit out in October, and now the plaintiffs want the higher court to define a woman. Allie Coghan is one of the plaintiffs. Remember, there are 6. May Mailman is her attorney, an independent women's law center attorney. Great to have you both. I want to get into what was going on in that sorority house.
So the sorority went through a different voting procedure to allow this member in. And they basically, before we voted, said if you don't allow this member in, then you don't align with Kappa's values and you should drop. And so we were kind of bullied into voting, and our voting was different than we've ever done in the past. So it wasn't anonymous like it should have been. So it was just another form of kind of bullying us and pushing us into allowing this member in.
What were some of the problems with Langford in the house?
There's been a lot of different uncomfortable situations that have made a lot of the girls really not want to even be in the house anymore, myself included. You know, like going to shower, we have communal bathrooms. And so walking from my room, I would wait to shower until later at night just because was hoping that no one would be waiting in the living room or anything to make sure no one saw me walk past in a towel and got excited about it. You know, like it's our house. We're supposed to feel comfortable and be safe and not have to worry about outside pressures or men being there. But all of a sudden the tables turned on us, and that's how it was.
Look, we want to tell the audience this is going to get a little chippy because of the way that this played out. But the allegations include women saying certain things were said to them from this person. I mean, what was making that space intolerable?
I mean, there's just so many different things that have happened, and being compared to a 6'2", 260-pound man. I mean, I'm a tall girl, and if I have to look up at this individual, it is very intimidating. And of course, in a sorority house, there can be girl drama, but when you're getting dirty looks from someone who's the same size as you, whatever, you know? But when it's someone who's significantly larger, it's a lot more intimidating.
All right, May, I want to ask you about the specifics of the case and some of the details which you told my team are really bad. And the reason I say this is because people understand the word safe space and they think, oh, they just want to be able to hang out as girlfriends. That's not what this is about. I mean, men and women sharing bathrooms. We're seeing it happen all over the country. It is changing the game. There used to be a time that if a man was in the bathroom, you went for help. We've changed the way society wants it. So what were some of the things these young women are facing?
Right. So these women have experienced personal trauma. So one of them is a sexual assault survivor. And to have someone ask them about their female genitalia, to have the male get aroused while he's sitting in a common room, to watch them undress, to ask them about their breasts. I mean, you shouldn't have to put up with that anywhere. But you really shouldn't have to put up with it in your sorority house.
The lower court threw it out. Why?
So Kappa's bylaws could not be clearer. They say a new member shall be a woman. And the lower court said, well, I see that, I read that, but I don't really know what woman means, so Kappa can define it however they want. And that is extremely dangerous because it's one thing for groups like the NCAA or women's colleges to change their membership, to say now we're women and imposters. It is another thing to just forget what women actually mean and just to redefine woman. And that's what Kappa did.
So I know you had cited previously some constitutional law and wording around women. Does there exist any? How does it apply to this case? And will it make a difference at the federal level?
So Kappa is an Ohio sorority. It was founded, or it's incorporated in Ohio. And courts in Ohio, when they look at a bylaw, they don't try and invent meaning. They say, what is the ordinary, commonly understood meaning? So we trace the use of the word woman through Kappa's founding in 1870. It was founded by women. It's been women throughout. So really all we're doing is saying, here's common sense, and we're just showing 40 pages of common sense.
And what does that 1870 document say as a definition of a woman?
So women couldn't vote in 1870, right? You didn't need a definition of a woman, but if you look to Webster's, it says a biological female. And you know what? Actually, if you still look at the dictionary today, it's still biological female. So people can pretend that woman has no meaning, it's just how you feel on a given day. No, woman then, woman now, women forever will always mean a biological female.
So that is so interesting. That's right, because before we had suffrage, everybody knew that a woman was not a man. And that's all they needed to know because we couldn't vote. That is such a great point, May. I wish you the very best.
Thank
the
you.
whole nation will be watching how you and the other 5 young women go through this case. Thank you for what you're doing.
Thank you so much.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.